Well, welcome back to Fox 10 News at 4. St. Jude is celebrating its 10th run from Memphis to Mobile this year. The organization is made up of volunteers who give of themselves to raise awareness and money for St. Jude. So the runners train for this 400-mile trek for months while fundraising to help make a difference for families affected by childhood cancer. I have John and Anashka in the studio to talk more about this run. And I want to start with you, John, because this is not your first time. You've been doing this for 10 years. What made you get involved?
My boss.
So you were voluntold?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The runners asked for some help with traffic, and so my boss said, well, that guy just got promoted. Send him.
Yeah.
And I showed up at a meeting, and we were short of runners. I was not a runner at the time. But I realized that we needed everybody that could move, and so I volunteered to run as well as traffic and safety.
Over the years, what's been the biggest change for you? I'd imagine it's always emotional.
Oh, it is. And the trip to St. Jude never changes. It's always very emotional. You walk in the first time and you're just floored. You go back the second year, am I right? And
I agree.
You think, well, I saw it last year. It's the same thing over. It's the same feeling. That never changes. It's always a first time.
And this is not your first time either. By the way, if you like to run, or maybe if you're a first-time runner and you want a cause to latch onto, this would be one of them. You know, talk a little bit more about the importance of St. Jude and why it's important for you to keep coming back.
Well, my very first year when I did the run, we did a tour of the hospital, and when I did not know what to expect whatsoever, but then whenever we were leaving, this little boy had a little balloon in his hand, and the balloon symbolizes that he is in remission. So the money that we raise is going for the research for them, you know. So that made me want to go back.
Yeah. So when you're out there and you're, first of all, how many miles do you sign up for?
Whatever it takes. So you run about 8 hours at a time, right? Okay. So it's a relay form. You might run 3 miles, you might run 6 miles, you might run 9, or you might run 2 miles, whatever you'd prefer.
And what is that your motivation then, the young man that you saw? Do you visualize him as you're out there?
Yes, you know, you're in Mississippi, I don't know if you know this, but it's all uphill and doesn't go downhill whatsoever, correct?
Never.
That's
never.
the fun part.
And so at that point, you're just going uphill at 2 or 3 in the morning, but then you realize that kid's still fighting cancer.
Yeah, it's an uphill battle for them.
So it's just a physical issue for us, right? So just keep going.
So they are looking for more runners to participate.
We can always use more runners.
How would you entice someone who's watching to think, I can't do that, I'm not going to run uphill 2 miles?
Oh, anybody can do it. We plan our run at an 11-minute pace. Anybody that's a runner knows that's easy. And if you can't run the 3-mile leg, we'll have somebody cover part of it. You can run as far as you can.
Yeah, and if you're not able to do that, although it sounds like it's very easy, there's the Dine Out Week for St. Jude, and that's August 25th through the 31st. So many restaurants participating, including Noble South and Taziki's. You can see them there listed on your screen. Listen, I thank you guys for what you're doing, volunteering your time to do this, and know that it is not going unnoticed. We'll get this information posted on our YouTube page. Look for it shortly and subscribe. That way you know when we post a new video. Thanks again.
Thank you.